Hi, welcome back to episode 4 of the Great Guitar Build Off 2022 series, and this time we're finally going to make some sawdust. Okay, so it's time to make some chips, and the first thing I want to do is make some veneers that I can use to form the ribs that are going to go around the side of the body. Now this isn't something I've really done before, so what I need to accomplish here is to cut some strips of walnut that are about 40mm wide and about 1.5mm thick. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to cut them that thin, so I'm going to cut them at about 2mm, and then we can clean some off with the oscillating bobbin sander to get that to the right thickness. But the first thing I need to do is to just kind of measure what length I need to make sure I'm cutting them long enough, and to do that I'm just going to use a bit of cord and measure that, which is about 650mm. Now the board I'm going to use is way longer than that. That's over 1 meter. So I'm going to cut a strip off this 40mm wide on the bandsaw, and then we'll see if we can break that down into the veneers that we need. Okay, so that's my strip cut down. The blade was a little bit wandery. It kind of lost itself a little bit, which isn't ideal. And I'm hoping that that's not going to replicate when we get this fence a bit closer to the blade and try and rip some strips off of this. So I'll just set the fence up, and I'm probably going to go, I'm going to try for about 3 to 4mm, which I'm hoping, if the blade does deflect a little bit, will still leave us enough meat on that strip to thin it down properly. If this doesn't work, it's probably because this blade is a little bit old and a little bit dull, and it's not the thickest blade that I can put in this saw, and if I can get a thicker blade in, it will help. But we'll give it a go and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so that seems to have come off quite nicely. And if I get the calipers on it, it is a little bit varied, but it's basically going from about 2.5 at its thickest down to about 1.9 at its thinnest. So there's more meat than we need on that, which is a good thing, which means we can get it through the oscillating bobbin sander and actually get that down to the thickness we want, which is brilliant. Even at that, it's fairly flexible. So get that thinned down a little bit, and the addition of a little bit of steam, and we should have some usable material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the bobbin sander up now, and I'm going to get this thickness down just as a proof of concept, so that we know that this is actually going to work and that we've got something that we can use on the build. Okay, so I've got my bobbin sander set up with a temporary fence. So I've set this up about 1.7mm at the moment. I need to do both of this, so I'll do one pass at 1.7, then turn it over and do the next pass at 1.5 to get it down to the ultimate thickness. So that's the first side sanded down. It's made quite a nice job of that actually. There's a few little lumps and bumps, but nothing that I'm worried about. So I'll just adjust the fence very slightly inwards, and then we'll run it through again with the other side against the abrasives and get this down to final thickness hopefully. Okay, and there we have the finished veneer, and as you can see, it's already quite flexible. Obviously we're going to have to steam this wood to get it to go around the tighter of the bends on the body, but that is already, you know, very flexible. And if I get the vernier on it, it's giving me 1.52 millimeters, so yeah, pretty consistent down the length as well. So very, very happy with that. So I'm going to do another 3 of those because I'm going to need 4 to do the whole body, but I'll do those off camera. I think this is a good point to leave this one because it's getting a little bit long. So as always, like if you've liked, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.